Welcome to Hybrid Pricing Part 2. We call it the data dial, and it's my favorite aspect of hybrid pricing. First of all, what is hybrid pricing? When we introduced hybrid pricing 2 weeks ago, we discussed the notion that historically you had to choose between either rule-based pricing or data-driven pricing. When our team created hybrid pricing, our goal was to take this old paradigm and shift it. So now you can use either rule-based pricing, data-driven pricing, or anything in between. And there are a couple of key aspects of hybrid pricing. What we introduced 2 weeks ago was the notion that you could take any individual setting, such as seasonality, day of week, etc., and move between a rule-based or data-driven approach to pricing. This week, we're going to talk about something we call the data dial, which is a way to start with rule-based pricing and then dial up and bring in some data as you become comfortable with the Wheelhouse system. And yes, there will be a part 3, but let's dive in and check out the data dial. When you switch over to rule-based pricing, you're fully in control. In this case, you can see your pricing is a flat line until you adjust it in any way. Let's start by increasing your base price for this property. And we're going to go build a seasonality curve. We'll increase prices a little bit in the spring, moving into summer where we increase this pretty dramatically. Let me get August, September, and we'll have an increase in November as well. Here you can see your seasonality curve is built relatively instantly. And for day of week, we're going to go create a similar curve as well. Okay, so here is your rule-based pricing engine. Obviously, we just built that in a few seconds, but this is where hybrid pricing becomes really cool. So we're going to go to Wheelhouse's demand sensitivity setting. Here you can see this variable chart where Wheelhouse is detecting demand around this particular property. And whereas right now I'm bringing in 0% of my that signal, I'm going to say, let's bring in 20% of the demand signal to my pricing strategy. So here you're starting to level into a little bit of Wheelhouse's demand detection. Let's say you wanted to move it up to 50%. Again, you can see the chart adjust instantly. That means over time, you can start to bring more and more data into your pricing engine from Wheelhouse as you feel comfortable. If you want to do 100%, we're going to look at your rules and bring our demand model fully into your pricing. And of course, you can actually go higher than this. You can go up to 200% and you can over amplify our demand. But in general, this is why we think hybrid pricing is so powerful. At its worst, you don't use any data at all. You build your own pricing engine. At its best, whenever you're ready, you can start bringing Wheelhouse's demand signal into your pricing. So now you can adjust between data-driven and rule-based on any setting, or you can build your own pricing engine and start to bring in data over time. That's really phase 2 of what we call hybrid pricing. There's a little more to come, but this is why we think you're going to like it so much.